Cine 2010 coverage. Brought to you by dvculture.com.
Hey, DV Culture, Brian Valente here from Redrock Micro. We're here at Cine. It's day 2. It's not burning hot. It's kind of hot, like 100 degrees, 90 degrees, but nothing like that 118 degrees we had a couple years ago. We're at the booth. We got a fairly large booth. We got a lot of people checking out the latest gear. Cine in a lot of ways is kind of like NAB West. A lot of the same announcements and products that we had and showing there, a lot of other people are actually shown here for the Hollywood crowd. So we're going to start out here and take a look at some of our rigs. You can see this gentleman here is using the Field Cinema version 2 bundle. This gentleman out here in the sun. This is actually a rig that is starting to become really popular in the Hollywood sets. The guys from House shot on a rig that was very similarly configured to that. The guys on True Blood, Californication, all these places are checking out rigs that basically are this type of shoulder mount setup. We have another one here. This is called the iSpy rig. We've showed this before. This has some of the new features like the Micro Balance Plus you'll see here at the end, where you can actually offset the weights, and it actually allows you to move the counterbalance weights and offset some of the things that are off to the left here. So this is really super cool. One of the things I'm going to ask Drew here to help me show is the new microRemote. This is a iPhone or iPod based interface. As you can see, as he's moving it, it gives you a nice graphical interface of the focus. What's really cool is you'll see that we actually, in this red dot, is our sonar rangefinder. So doing focuses is as easy as actually lining up those two marks, and then the blue depth of field. As long as you're in there, you know you're going to be in focus. So what's really cool is it's a learning tool and a teaching tool about how to use focus, in addition to a great wireless remote. So come on down here. We're actually showing some of the remote here. Peter, our good friend from GearNex, is showing a GearNex geared head beneath our basically our setup for our microRemote. So you see on the top here we have a sonar rangefinder. We have some of the motors and base station systems, and then of course with the 5D in the middle of all this, we actually have a Zeiss CP2 Prime that connects directly to the camera. And then the GearNex head, which we're actually showing in our booth. First time we're showing this. Peter, you want to say a couple words about this?
Sure. The GearNex is a precision geared head. It's designed for precision camera movement, for pan and tilt movements, so you can pan the head very smoothly, tilt the camera very smoothly, and it's repeatable. If you know they're coming in, you can do 2 turns, 1 turn, and you can repeat that movement over and over again. Gear heads that exist today are in the $50,000 range. This head sells for $7,500, and it was a Video Award winner at NAB this year because it's low cost and precision.
Peter, most importantly, how cool is this geared head?
Oh, it is so cool. You walk onto a set with a gear head like this, and they love you.
All right, moving on. So this table is more of our rigs. As you may know, there's a couple different ways that people prefer rigs. These are more of our handheld types of setups. So we have, for example, the event rig here. It's on a quick release system, so we can actually just loosen this up. And this actually pops right off. So I'm doing with one hand, so it's a little bit tricky. Pop it right back on. So it's a quick release right off your tripod. And the nice thing is it's just a one knob screw and unscrew. We have a couple different rigs down here. See, these are again what we call our nano line. So you see that we don't require 2 rails. You can actually have either a top rail system here, or here it's just a simple handle. And these are, what's really nice about these is they're economical and they're very simple and can be upgraded to more advanced rigs in the future. We've got a few more, and you can see people checking these out. This is the Captain Stubling. This gentleman here is using handheld rig, but you can actually use the follow focus. And then this gentleman here has another example of a nano rig where, again, you don't have the 2 rails. You just simply have the 1 rail coming down. And what's really nice about that, it also has the nano zoom lever, so you don't have to have a follow focus. It's a really inexpensive way to just pull focus quickly. The last thing I'll show you, getting a little bit of respect down here, is our M3. It's our brand new cinema lens adapter. We showed it briefly at NAB. This is state-of-the-art cinema lens adapter for your existing video camera. It's got now down to about a 1/4 stop of light loss. It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal lens adapter. You can see we now have a unibody design. It's got a great PL mount connector to your camera, so setup is absolutely a breeze. It's dust is not a problem inside of this, and it's got all the different kinds of connectors for the different lenses in here. We're showing the live lens, the Canon EF lens mount, and this allows you to actually adjust the aperture of the lenses while connected to the adapter and not just the camera body. So, it's a long table. We got a lot of stuff we're showing here at Cine Gear. It's great. It's a great time to be alive and be doing cinema. And here at Redrock, we want to make sure that we can provide affordable gear that's really going to be great quality and last you a long time.
Check out dvculture.com for further coverage.